Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the SNS Sportscast. As always, there's Santa. I'm Sack. Today, we're bringing you episode one of a brand new six-part series where we're going over every division and our predictions for each of those divisions in Major League Baseball for the upcoming season. Today, we're going to get started with the National League East, which in my opinion is probably the deepest division in baseball. Maddie, you're a big Mets fan. Why don't you give us your outlook on the upcoming NL East season?
Yeah, and like you said, my opinion, deepest division in baseball. I have 4 teams with 30 wins or more.
Yep.
I think the Braves are probably the best team in the division, but it's very close.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who knows if Freddie Freeman's ready to start the season? I know he had an unfortunate battle with COVID. As much as a Mets fan, I would like to see him out of the lineup. It's hard to see somebody suffer like that. So prayers to him. Glad he's all good. One game could separate every single team in this division except the Marlins. So I think it's ultra competitive. Every single game is going to mean a lot.
Yep. So looking at your divisions, you have the Braves followed by the Mets, the Nationals, and the Phillies. I actually have the Braves followed by the Nationals, the Phillies, and then the Mets. I know you're a Mets fan. I'm not a Mets fan, but tell me why you think the Mets are going to be able to pull out 32 wins this year.
Well, I believe the Mets lineup's very deep. I know as far as these first 2 exhibition games have gone, they haven't hit the ball real well against, your Yankees. Yeah, but I mean, look, 1 through 9, that lineup's one of the top 5, 6 lineups in baseball, in my opinion. And I just don't think that the Nationals lineup's going to be as good this year. I know their pitching's really good, but losing Rendon's huge. The Phillies still have some question marks in the rotation. I just think that the Mets have a real good shot to compete. But like I said, the Nationals and the Mets, I have both going 32 and 28, so things can happen.
So for me, the only reason I have the Mets down at 31 and 29 is I know they added a couple bullpen pieces over the offseason, but I still don't trust that bullpen. You don't know what Dellin Betances is going to be like. You don't know if Diaz is anything like last year, then 31 and 29 may even be a reach because, like we're saying, this division, 1 through 4, in my predictions here, every single team is decided by 1 game.
Yep.
That's how tight this division is going to be. So if your relief and your bullpen is not on point night in and night out in a short 60-game season, that's going to that's going to make you drop right out of the playoffs. And it's so crucial, especially these games when they play each other 10 different times, that your bullpen and your starters, I mean, if you're a Mets fan, you got to hope Jacob deGrom is giving you 7 to 8 strong, and then you bring in a Lugo and hope he closes the door down. But listen, this division is, like you said, the deepest in baseball, the strongest, maybe the strongest in baseball. Definitely, there's other divisions that are top-heavy, but this one is just deep. And every single game is going to be so crucial for all these teams. And it's going to be really interesting to see in a short 60-game season.
Yep, it's an absolute juggernaut of a division, that's for sure. Why don't we go into quick? For me, we picked breakout players and MVPs as well for these divisions. For me, sticking with my Mets roots, I'm going to go with Michael Conforto.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure you probably haven't watched him, and many non-Met fans probably haven't watched him in depth. The guy is one of the prettiest looking swings in baseball, and just for some reason hasn't been able to turn the corner. Had a great 2016, got hurt after the All-Star break swinging at a pitch. He popped his shoulder and he tore something in his shoulder, rotator cuff, I'm pretty sure. 33 home runs, 92 RBIs a season ago. So what exactly do I mean by breakout? Well, I mean taking him to the next level and really making him one of the better players in that division in general, maybe even in the National League. I believe his 257 batting average is low for him, and I believe if he gets that around 280, 285, I would consider that a real breakout for me.
Yeah, I mean, listen, with that sweet swing, there's no reason he shouldn't be hitting at least 280 in the 280 to 285 range. He does have a nice swing, but, he hasn't been able to put it together all his career. He's never been able to take that leap. Maybe he takes that leap. Do I agree there? I don't know. I got to see more of him. And like I said, it's only a 60-game season. So it's really going to be hard for guys to really take such huge leaps this year in a shortened season. But one of the guys that I really have my eye on for this upcoming season is Rhys Hoskins, hitting in the middle of that Phillies lineup. He's hitting between Harper and Ray Almuto, so you got to be careful with him. I mean, Hoskins belted 29 homers last year and 34 the season before. The dude's got 81 home runs in 3 seasons, so he brings a lot of power to that pretty deep Phillies lineup now. I like to see him, take even another step. I know he's not going to hit that many home runs in a 60-game season, but, going into next year, he'll be looked at as a huge threat in that pretty loaded Phillies lineup. Yep. So moving on, we actually both, I think, have the same MVP of this division. And honestly, it's really hard not to. I know I certainly have Ronald Acuna as my MVP for the NL East, and I'm sure you do as well.
Yes, I do. I mean, not going to lie, Juan Soto gave me some considerations here. I mean, because the guy is just a phenom.
Very close second. Yep.
Very close second. And it's really scary as a Mets fan to say that Ronald Acuna and Juan Soto, two 21 and 22-year-old
20 years
players, will be in this division for the rest of my the rest of the decade. Yep.
Yep.
But yeah, Acuna gave me the edge. I mean, look at his numbers last year. He's almost a 40-40 guy, 41 home runs, 37 RBIs. 37 stolen bases. Excuse me. He's just 40, a superstar.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, how many guys have gotten to that mark in their life?
No one. You want to talk about a 5-tool player aside from Mike Trout? Ronald Acuna is a absolute 5-tool stud.
Absolutely. One of the best players, one of the best up-and-coming players in the league. I think this is the year he takes a step forward and maybe even wins the league MVP in a short year.
I 100% agree with you. Maddie, I think that was a great episode of one of the strongest divisions in baseball. We'll be coming back with the fans with another division tomorrow, but we're going to keep that a mystery, and you guys have to stay and find out tomorrow. Until next time, thanks for watching.